All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Sunday Night Baseball. We got a separate video for you guys. Hope you guys do enjoy. We got the Orioles taking on the Yankees today. Before we get into the matchup, I do want to ask you guys if you do like the separate video for the special game or the Sunday Night Baseball game, that type of thing. So let me know in the comments. I know we did this and kind of trial ran it about a month ago or so, and I would say it was like 65% of people liked the separate video, and then there was the 35% that was like, I don't know, maybe just put it all in one. I like doing the separate video. It's another video that we can do, and we can deep dive into a game. It's fun for me. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. And I'm just going to go with what majority, the majority will rule. So unless you do it meanly, I'm going to appreciate every single comment and take it as positive criticism. Unless you're a guppy and you say some hate stuff down there. But thank you for the comment for the algorithm if you are a hater and a guppy and say something like that. But yeah, we're going to jump into this game. We'll do it just like we do with the normal videos. I'm going to go through what I like in this game. We'll talk about it from a lean perspective. But all my final plays, so what I'm actually going to be rolling with, will be in the pinned comment, so I will drop those in there as well. But in terms of what we're looking at today, like I said, we got the Orioles taking on the Yankees. So far in the series, they have split. The Orioles win the game 1-0 in game number 1, and Yankees bounced back yesterday and win 8-3 in game number 2, getting to Tyler Wells fairly early there. Only pitched 2 2/3, but Orioles are favored in this one, -135 on the money line. Total is sitting at 9 runs right now. I'm starting to see it move towards that 8.5 as well, which we'll jump in right here. I do think my first lean in this game is going to be the under. Now, in terms of who's pitching on the mound, I don't necessarily love it. Kramer's on the mound, who I do think, he's been pitching well, and he pitched really well against the Yankees last time out back on June 5th. He had 7 innings pitched, 4 hits allowed, and 1 earned run and 10 strikeouts. So hopefully he can go and do that again, because we do like the under 9, right? But Luis Severino is kind of my only hindrance in terms of, does this lean become a final play? Because he has not pitched well on the season. He's rocking a 6.5 ERA, a near 7 ERA in his last few starts here, and his whip in his last 3 starts close to 2, which is not exactly what you'd like to see. But like I said, you do have Kramer, who's pitching fairly well here. He has a 3 flat ERA in his last 5 starts here, and that's including a game in which he got blown up with against Minnesota too. So I think that was only like a couple innings pitched, 7 earned runs. That's on the docket of the last 5. So that ERA, even without that one, in his last 4 is actually a little bit better. So I'm going to lean towards the under here. And why is that? Because I just gave you a Luis Severino reason as to why I feel like this could be bad. Well, Luis Severino, obviously a right-handed batter, a right-handed pitcher. In terms of Baltimore batting against righties, 242 on the year. You look at that and you're like, okay, not terrible, right? But if you hone it in and look at the last 10, 169 against righties. Even in their last 5, it's not getting much better. 179 against them in their last 5 years. So I'm trusting that these Baltimore Oriole bats are somewhat cold, and I still do think that they have a chance to get to Severino, but I don't think that they dropped a big number on him. Okay, so Severino's been bad, but the Baltimore bats against righties have almost been worse. So I'm hoping that is an equation here for the under, because I'm expecting Kramer to be able to go out there and continue to do what he's done, as he's had some good games. And I'll throw this in there, guys, the ump for tonight, right? Phil Cousy. His over-under on the season, not saying that this is something that you should really bet on, but when you see this and it kind of helps the argument, it's like, okay, well, you like to see it at least, right? You'd rather see it like this than the opposite. In terms of over-unders, he has 18 games umpired this year. 18 games, right? 14 of those have been unders. His average score here is right flat at 7 in terms of his where his games come out on in terms of its scores go. Like I said, I don't want to put too much weight into that. I'm telling you guys that right off the rip. Don't put too much weight into the ump, but the fact that it is kind of on our side does give like a 0.000% level of confidence boost there. But I will say this, Kramer's got to do his job, because this Baltimore bullpen, as good as they are, and were injuries, whatever you want to make it, right? They just have not been as good as they were on the season. So if this bullpen, if Kramer doesn't go out there and do what he's said to be doing in terms of my brain, I don't know how well this understands. So it's on Kramer to really kind of control this. And that kind of leads us right into the lean in terms of the game. I have a very slight lean towards the money line here, and that really is coming down to the money line of the Orioles. That is coming down to the fact that Severino just has not pitched well. Even when he pitched against the Orioles last on June 6th, he pitched 2 2/3, 10 hits, 7 earned runs. 7 earned runs, and this is what's crazy. Those 2 1/3, he averaged 30 pitches per inning. 30 pitches per inning. So he does not have the juice right now going up against Baltimore. Hopefully that sort of, monkey's still on his back and it's going to bother him, because I like Baltimore on the money line. So in terms of my leans on the games, because I want to get into a player prop that I like for plus money as well, we're looking at Baltimore on the money line as well as the under. If I had to rank those, I think I'm looking at the under as my top lean and Baltimore on the money line as my second. But again, keep an eye on the pinned comment. We'll obviously put those in there by game time. Now, in terms of a player prop, I want to jump in and kind of view it like Outlier, like I'm using Outlier, which if you don't know what Outlier is, guys, it is my favorite sports betting research tool. 7-day free trial with the link in the description or the pinned comment. I'll put it there, super easy to get to. And we've seen so many comments. When someone uses Outlier, they love Outlier. It's like 100% success rate here. So let's go ahead and jump into what we're looking at in terms of a player prop here. And I will say, I like the spot. I like the plus money more. So what we're looking at is Ryan O'Hearn over 1.5 bases. Now, I'm coming at it from a couple different angles here. You could see his last 20, he hasn't really been crushing it. He's had plenty of games where he does go ahead and do it, but he likes playing against the Yankees. This season, he's hit it in 5 of his 7 games, 71%. And you can go down here and look at Ryan O'Hearn. Where is he? Ryan O'Hearn here, batting .305 against righties on the year. So we're looking at a couple bases for him to take home. Now, if you wanted to look at this from a hits perspective, those odds double. So if you like him to get 2 hits, which he's not the biggest of power hitters, right? Like, this isn't really that bad of a lean at plus 260. There's some value there. But in terms of total bases, this is where I found the value in this play. You have 3 of the 4 sports books here out of FanDuel, DraftKings, BetMGM, and Caesars. All of these are right around even money, and then FanDuel has it priced incorrectly at plus 130. So I do like that, 30 cents of expected value in a sense. Caesars even all the way at minus 108. So we are going to be looking for this to be a final play. Ryan O'Hearn over 1.5 bases. I totally understand that it is kind of a long shot type pick, right? Like, this isn't a pick in which I'm confidently saying he's going to do this. But for the value you're getting, the expected value you're getting, it is a smart play. So if you like him on the bases, ride with me, guys. Let me know if you are. I will say this, though. That hits line is tempting as well, because I don't see him as this big, doubles hitter or power hitter or anything like that, right? So if he's going to get 2 bases, it might be from 2 hits, which that jumps those odds to plus 260. And even still, FanDuel's way mispriced, okay? So I don't have it up on the screen anymore, but DraftKings plus 200, BetMGM plus 195, Caesars plus 179. So we might do a half unit on each of those. I'll let you know in the comments what we do, but it really comes down to, I don't think Severino's going to pitch that well. O'Hearn hits righties better than he does lefties, and there's that price discrepancy, which I feel like we could capitalize on. So keep an eye on the pinned comment for the final plays, guys, and let me know if you do like sort of the breakdown videos. I know we've done more player props in the past, but this one really is a money line, a total, and 1 player prop lean. Anything added, anything like that, we might throw up a quick Instagram reel or TikTok explaining it. But that's what I have for you guys today. Happy Sunday night to everyone out there. Enjoy the baseball game, and yeah, catch you guys in the next one. All right, peace out.